And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to something a little bit different, so something a little bit special here. Welcome back to a viewer replay cast. Again, we do have a avenue here for viewers to redeem their replays, so we can cover them and we can cast them here on the channel. And we have one viewer replay ready for you here. We have a replay redeemed by Saundo in the chat, and it is going to be a 4v4 Team Saundo versus Team Ladder. I don't know what I'm getting into. Not just featuring Saundo, featuring Jadoff as well, who's also a longtime supporter and patron of the channel as well. So big shout out to Jadoff. He is a mech enjoyer though, so we judge a little bit. We Este Jadoff, aye. The mech enjoyer himself. But they're going to be going up against what looks to be a Latin American team. Okay, specifically Peruvian, as I do see two Peruvian players here. Interesting. At least two, maybe more. So here we go. We're going to be jumping into our 4v4. It is also titled To the Moon. What does that mean? We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Let's go. Let us go. Would you cast a viewer replay from 5.0.13? Sure. You can redeem. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good. As here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Morhamen. Gee, I've never seen this map before, I'll be honest. We have our initial viewer team. Here we go. We have here in the top right-hand corner, we have our 4-player team consisting of Jadoff, consisting of Saundo, consisting of Wagon Mafia, as well as Abba as well. We have our red team, and in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue team. We have for team, super team, I should say, we have the Peruvian Protoss player Scale alongside his teammate. We have Alejandro, also from Team Unidos por el Vicio. So we have two Peruvian players, and we also have Amateur Azul. Oh, Amateur. Spanish as well as Terran that ass. Beautiful. Let's go, blue team. We have red team, we have a blue team. Here we go. Do I know what I'm stepping into? God, no. No idea. Let's go. Okay. So, I'll be honest, I haven't casted too much of Jadoff when it comes to team games, but I played plenty against him in 1v1. So he is, again, the mech apologist, if you will. So I'm expecting mech out of Jadoff. Likewise, I believe Abba we've casted on the channel before. He does often play Mass Muta. Meanwhile, we have Wagon Mafia, who I've never casted, and we have Saundo, who often does go like whatever he has, like charge arc on the it's a sky toss, man. It's a sky toss. But what I'm more interested in here is the map itself, Morhamen, or Morhamen. I don't think I've ever cast. Is this new? Is this a new ladder map? To be fair, I haven't played 4v4 in a long time, but I do know that the team game map pool was revamped last year. So I know we got a bunch of new 2v2 maps, a bunch of new 3v3 maps, and I assume a bunch of new 4v4 maps as well, as this is a huge map. Like, Jesus, it's massive. There's a lot of base to be taken, of course, so we can get up to a 4-base economy on each side from both blue and red teams. We have a lot of choke points in the center as well, so because of that, I can see a world where we can split the map in half, 100%. There are other more unorthodox 4-player maps, but here, like, it does seem a little bit more clear here that you can just, like, wall up and wall off and max out. Curious. I'm curious. Never mind, it's from 5.0.12. I don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, I was gonna say that if I recall correctly, I believe depending on the patch, some StarCraft Evolution replays don't work, or I should say I'd have to jump through a lot of hoops to make them work. But if you have something more recent, then sure, I'd be willing to cast. It's all good. If you have something fun that's more recent, I'd be willing. Otherwise, you can just save it until you do get something that you want to show off. Like maybe another 12 full against Hon Mono. Yo, if you get yo, if we got like a 12 pool drone pool versus Hon Mono, then I'd be willing to cast. Yeah, let's go. So now we're settling in. Here at the top right, we do have, so far, as we try to catch up here, standard openers from our Zerg players. Hatch, Gas, Pool, we're joining up. All the gases are being taken. As we mentioned in the lead up to this, Abba is known for playing 2-base Muta. This feels like we're setting up for 2-base Muta with all these gases. Likewise, Jadolf here is going into a 1-1-1 setup. Likewise, from Saundo, we have Stargate opener into Fleet Beacon, what looks to be into a Carrier Rush or Tempest Rush into Skytoss. Yep, there we go. Another Stargate's on the way, so we are embracing Skytoss. On the other side, our opposing team that we haven't seen too much of here, we have Bio from our Terran player, so this is going to be Stim Marines into Bio. Meanwhile, we also have Bio here out of Alejandro as well, setting up a second Rex into Stim, so 2 players playing Bio. Oh, as Link Rabbi does come in, and there's nothing to defend here. The Protoss is caught with their pants down. Probe's going to be going down already. The Terran army does respond. That's already brutal damage. Meanwhile, we do see, oh, right, 3 Terrans. 2 Terrans playing Bio, and the 3rd Terran amateur here is going into Mech, into Mass BC specifically. 2-port BC here from our blue Terran player, and our Protoss here is going into Ground Toss for the time being. So we are setting up. So far, good damage dealt here by our Zerg player, by Wagon Mafia. And he's still link flooding, by the way. He's still link flooding. Still moving in. The army has abandoned this position. The Marines, they race over. I mean, this shows how large the map is. And the tank gets caught out. The Siphon gets caught out as well. Wagon Mafia is going to be popping up, shutting down the army. And from here, can head towards that mineral line. Nice SimCity, though, protecting that cannon. Cannon is protected. Marines do respond. They will defend. Lings, they do hit the northern base. And so far, Wagon Mafia just mass harass. Is doing well for himself. Meanwhile, we have BC also on the way from our Bio Terran player. Fusion Core here for BC. So, oh, actually, okay. So 2 of the Terran players are going BC. The center player is going Mech. Wait, what? Interesting. Open up 2 racks, then into Double Factory, into what looks to be Mech in the aftermath. So a bit of an amalgamation here, but in the end, all roads lead to Rome, and we are kind of headed towards a more Mech style from 3 Terrans, I should say. Meanwhile, we assumed Abba was going into 2-base Muta, but alas, I believe there's no Spire yet. So I'm just trying to, there we go. Yeah, no Spire yet, no Lair yet either. I think he's just feeding. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Sounder, I believe, has just, he has 3 bases, but I believe he's feeding his teammates here. As there's no tech, there's nothing here out of Abba. The BCs that do teleport in. And no surprise, Jadolf, yeah. Going Mech as well, going BC. Speaking of BCs that hit both bases, oh my god! Yeah, Drone's getting caught out, Abba is getting caught out himself, Workers going down. Probes are falling. Likewise, Sounder also in trouble here. The Master Rass doing well. No, Abba! There's no escape. Get out of here. Drones, they run away from the Bio to run into BCs. As Jadolf, he is going to respond. Now, bearing in mind, these BCs, they teleported in, which means they cannot teleport away. It's going to be a one-way trip. And they're going to be shut down. Oh, we get the Yamato. Ooh, he gets 1 BC. 1 for 2. Not the worst trade. Not the worst. As the army is cleaned up, Abba can go back to feeding. Likewise, we still have Ling Hydra out of Wagon Mafia, as he will lose the expansion. Oh, that's so many dead workers here. That was what, 17 dead drones in total alongside 12 probes. A lot of economic damage. Jesus. But now we know who Abba was feeding. Abba has been feeding Jadolf. Yeah, Jadolf, he's on a 2-base economy, but really it's a 4-base economy. Thanks to his teammate going mass BC. He's got 5 starports. That's crazy. So it's being fed. Now, can the 1 BC player go up against 2 BC players? That's the question. That is the question here. We do see our Protoss going into ground-based composition, into Gateway Army, into Colossus. I don't really know how effective that's going to be. Like, typically when it comes to team games here, like Skytoss and Mech, they reign supreme. Like, that's kind of what you want. Blue Terran running into Jadolf. BCs, they teleport across the map. More drones going down. They force a response out of Jadolf as well. They do force the teleport. Saundo moving in. He's got some BC support. At this point, we could also be sharing control, and you can kind of like control your teammates' units. So we can control and move everything together here. Saundo is moving in. And there's barely any anti-air here. There's a couple of Stalkers. Stalkers are going to be shut down. And where's the support? We need the Terrans. Nah. Yeah, the Protoss player here just being ganged up on one. He cannot defend on his own. Cannot hold. Vikings, they move in. They try to at least. But the mass carrier BC snowballing out of control here. Top left. Jadolf did defend. Almost said Saundo. Jadolf did defend. The carriers are moving forward. So far, 2 bases falling, and we can just keep going. Now, there is a ring of turrets, true. So breaking this position is going to be much more difficult. As BCs head towards the bases of Jadolf. Oh, they force a defensive warp in. A defensive teleport. Mana's going up. Jadolf, he will defend. Likewise, Link Hydra coming in, denying an expansion. Nicely done here by Mafia. By Wagon. This Wagon, he denies 2 CCs. Jadolf defends, and how many BCs does Jadolf have? He's up to 9. 9 against 7. Okay, the BC count is very close. 9 versus 7, alongside potential other BCs from other players. So blue team, they're keeping up with the BC counts. I would say that again, like, the ground toss player here is struggling to really support everyone else. I mean, did lose 2 bases, to be fair. But it doesn't feel like the ground toss army is going to be too applicable. There's 1 Colossus. That's all there is. 1 Colossus. Link Hydra running into the mech. Ooh. Another best trade here from Wagon. So the armies do move out. Now the BCs are split. Bear that in mind. They're not working in unison. Uh-oh. He has to pull away. Yamada's going to be going up. So far, it looks like, can we get any carriers? We cannot. Yeah, carriers, they survive. Likewise, BCs of Jadolf, they do reign supreme here towards the top side. There are Thors to help support. True. Thor's going to be a factor. Yo, the Dark Templar. Scale, he's waddling in. Let's head for the mineral lines. No spores. Oh, considering the BC harassed earlier, we should expect them here, but no spore at this expansion. Base is going to go down. Drones as well. Forces a response, a reaction. Get a fungal. BCs, they blink away. Oh no! They run into the turret. Handle waddling in. Oh, they're 2 players. Okay, okay. We got Alejandro with the Thors. Amatereso moving forward. Forces teleport away. Yamada's coming in. Oof. We get 1, we get 2, we get 3 carriers. Yeah, brutal losses and the carriers are going down. We need some support here. As more Yamadas connect. At the same time, Jadolf pushing forward. Breaks through the Thor line. Yeah, we have Hydras and Infestors to support as well. And Jadolf is going to roll over this army. Across the map, looks like the carriers are barely holding on as well. But what's important is here. What's important? Oh, nice wind effect. What's important though is Jadolf's army as it does push through. Breaks through the defensive line. And there are barely any BCs remaining. Oh, yo, the Neural, let's go. It's the 1 unit for the Protoss. Oh, no. The Colossus goes down. And how many BCs do we have left? There's 9. 9 BCs remaining. Looks like they teleported back home, but there's just not enough here. And with that, we break through the main army. We have our Link Hydra flooding in as well. Unfortunately here, Scale just wasn't quite able to do too much this game. Again, after losing those bases, like, he just could not recover. Could not really amass an army. So it was more of a 3v4. I mean, I guess it was a 3v3 the entire time, because, like, hey, Abba, he's making units for the first. Let's go. Can they attack? We have some Corruptors moving out. Yo. The 9 BCs. Can we hold on? helicopters, they will fight. They can help support. Oh my god. The Motos just shut down the carriers. Yeah, Saundo, he will lose all those carriers here. Ruptures as well. But at the end of the day, what matters here is that we have, you know, our Zerg and Terran armies just breaking through the rest of these bases. Oh my god. There. What's happening? What's going on? Are they stacking on each other and it's just like breaking? Like what's or just in that location? I guess so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh. You can see here on the map, there's like a glitch where it looks like there's like high terrain. So the camera here, bam, it just shoots up. Jesus. So there's like an invisible cliff at GG. 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 Yeah, that's interesting. I haven't seen that before, but you can see like as I pan the camera over, bam, like we just shoot up in the air. It's like a little invisible like cliff face here that I guess units can interact with as well. Oh, there you go. Found a glitch. Like I don't think this is intentional, by the way. Believe that shouldn't be intentional, because potentially a unit on this location here wouldn't be able to be attacked from a unit on the low ground without vision. I wonder like if that's how it works. Like what I'm picturing here, imagine a ladder game and you get a Liberator right here. You siege up a Liberator on this position, and because it's got like so many points of elevation, like it's just free damage. Without a scan, of course. Like without a scan, without like another air unit that also goes up there. Like I wonder if that's how it works. If so, that's like a problem that should be fixed. But because I don't think that's insane. Wait, is it also up here? No. So you can see here that there's no the barrier isn't top right, just bottom left. There you go. Just a little bored, yeah, just a little bit. So the map is a little bit broken. But now we know. GG. GG. We're going to try to put a building up there. I would say a Liberator. I'd say try to put a Liberator up there. To see how that unit interaction works. Because I believe units won't be able to attack it. Without high ground vision as well. Finesse will be required to siege up the lib. But GG. GG, well played. Now we know. Yes, we'll see. Oh, GG, well played. With that, congratulations. Shout out to Team Saundo, of course, for breaking through, for overwhelming. Well played. Well played, Pappy, well played. And with that, we're wrapping up here for the night. We have found a broken location on a 4-player map, Morheim. Beautiful. Or Morheimen. And yeah, with that, we're wrapping up. We just, of course, broadcasted our best of 7 show match. We just wrapped up with our viewer replays as well. And with that, we are now going to be getting ready for our evening broadcast later on in the night. Scrolling on over, again, just a reminder, we are going to be live with the podcast at 7 p.m. KST. I do need to catch up with some of the reading material, specifically with the GLHF Eon Blue interview, so I will be going over that in the interim. But otherwise, is it time to ladder? Is it time to ladder here? A short ladder session. Again, just because we have a broadcast later on tonight, that is going to be in how many hours time? That's going to be in 8 hours. In 8 hours time, we're going to be live with the podcast. So we have a couple of hours available to us to have a cheeky ladder session. Now, we were live for the first time in a long time last night, also streaming and laddering on my own personal channel. It was a rough ladder session. It was a rough ladder session, but again, we expected it. Like, again, we're very rusty right now. We've barely laddered this year. Like, we just haven't had the time. We've been casting so much StarCraft. I just haven't had the time to ladder. But I'll be changing that. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy laddering, so do want to hit that ladder. Do want to try to shake off all the rust, to improve, and to get back to where we once were. Let's go. Let us go. So that is the plan. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Do appreciate it. We're going to be heading off for the time being. And again, I'm going to be going live over on my own personal channel instead. No casting, just a cheeky ladder session, maybe for like 2 hours, like 3 at most. 3 hours at most, because I do have to catch up on some of those interviews and on what's been going on. So a short ladder session. If you're interested, you can tune in. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Check us out on all the social medias. Check us out on Patreon. And we'll see you guys later on tonight for the podcast, or tomorrow for OSC Season 12 Championship. As you can see, we're live every single day. We have plenty of content on the channel and plenty for you to enjoy. See you next time. See you next time, papi. Ciao, ciao. Hasta luego. Hasta luego.